Hello, my name is Jake. I'll be your tour guide today, and behind me, as you can see, is the Decatur House, constructed in 1818 for the Commodore Stephen Decatur and his wife. This is one of the oldest homes in DC still standing today. Of course, today it is an African American History Museum, but that does little to distract from the building's true, grim past. For a long time now, guests of the Decatur House experience strange stomach aches, abdominal cramps, and symptoms of internal bleeding that would be inexplicable. The reasoning for these symptoms is the supernatural influence that Stephen Decatur holds over the house in which he died following a duel with U.S. Commodore James Barron. Now, Jake, I hear you asking me, Jake, why would two United States naval officers, let alone two as highly ranked as commodores, duel to the death? Well, that has to do with James Barron being relieved from his service and the role that Stephen Decatur played. In 1807, James Barron was the captain of the United States ship the USS Chesapeake, which was attacked by the British ship the HMS Jaguar. Now, at the time, James Barron and his ship were completely unprepared for the attack, and so they naturally had to surrender very quickly and unconditionally. Now, at the time, this was a military scandal of national proportions, and so as a result of public outcry, James Barron was put before a court-martial. Now, this court-martial ruled, their verdict was that James Barron would be relieved from his service for the next 5 years. Serving on this court-martial was Stephen Decatur, who was particularly vehement and venomous about denouncing James Barron's character and military honor. Now, Barron multiple times demanded that Decatur retract any of these remarks, and Decatur refused every single time. Then in 1820, James Barron challenged Stephen Decatur to a duel, which Decatur lost as James Barron shot his opponent twice through the stomach. Decatur was rushed back to this very home right here, where he was tended to by doctors. 3 times these doctors attempted surgery. Every single time his wounds reopened and he kept bleeding out, soaking through every single set of sheets they put him in. At the time, of course, modern anesthetics had not been invented, and so Decatur was in excruciating agony. He's quoted as having said, "I did not think that any man could suffer such pain." But after 2 days in his bed, in this pain, he was finally put out of his misery, and he died on March 22nd, 1820. Now, his wife, Susan, was in hysterics. She had to be sedated, and she never truly recovered from the loss of her husband. But immediately after his death, he began appearing as a spirit in this house. In that window up there, today it's bricked over, but at the time, he'd be seen appearing, watching over the street, looking both ways, almost to watch and see when James Barron would be approaching his house for the duel. After it got bricked over, you can still see his ghost in various places around the house, including exiting the back door with dueling pistols in his hands. Now, perhaps Commodore Stephen Decatur has to relive that fateful duel over and over again, each time leaving his house thinking that he will return a victor and reclaim his honor, each time losing to his opponent. One at least hopes that in life, the pain that he felt is now relieved with his death.